I saw a video on your social media where he had a suit on for career day. Explain that, because he was sharp. A lot of comments was like, that boy clean. He clean, and like his shoes, everything. Explain that moment, because I mean, I didn't wear a suit for career day when I was there.
Jackson is like the child with 1,000 ideas. Like like I said, he's like so creative, and he, so I tell him, Jackson, you can't wait till the last minute to tell me anything. So I think it was the night before. He's like, oh, it's career day tomorrow. It's like 7, 8 p.m. And I gotta dress up. I was like, well, who you gonna dress up like? Like, we don't have like, I'm thinking he wants to be like a famous person or something, like, or maybe even Ree. uh, but he was like, I want to be a scientist. It was something like a scientist or a rocket scientist or something like that. I was like, well, what does a scientist look like? Oh, I'll just wear a suit. And okay, so let's put this little suit together. He wanted to wear some glasses and put his own little spin on it. I was like, okay then.
Jackson the scientist. Hey, kid. And I like your caption though. I think you said something about not asking kids what do they want to be when they grow up. What was the last part of that you said? It was very profound. It was something about stop asking kids what they want to be when they grow up and just listen to them, and they'll tell you what they want to be, or something along those lines.
Yes. So I don't remember the exact saying, but I know I got that sentiment from Michelle Obama.
Okay.
Like when her first book came out, I think she had made some comments about, we ask children what they want to be when they grow up, and instead of letting them kind of experience life and kind of figure it out. Like, it's really like, I have a 19-year-old. He's a sophomore in college, and right now he wants to be a therapist like me. I was trying to get him to go where the money at. I'm like, son, like, go with something else. I don't know. But I really have to trust that he has to experience life and experience things to really figure out what he wants to be, because I ain't gonna say how old I am, but I'm middle age, as Jackson say, I'm old. And sometimes the career I've chosen, I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I want to do something that is fulfilling, that I can, it costs money to live, but I want to do something that fills my soul as well. And so I think we should give kids opportunities to kind of figure that out and stop putting our own expectations on them. Like, yes, you may want your kid to be a doctor or a lawyer, but there's so many different ways that they can go out and be great humans and make a great living, if we just stop putting our stuff on them, like trying to live through your kids.
Facts. Mm-hmm. So Ree, you off camera, you was talking to me about having multiple shops and having a shop for kids with autism. Can you explain why you would like to do that, and why are you thinking in that manner now?
Okay, because I've noticed that it's not many barbers that cater to children on the spectrum. So I'm like, okay. I started with, cutting Jackson. Ever since, I've been cutting him, I've been getting more and more kids that come. So I'm like, okay, this shop right here could be for them, and the other shop could be for everybody else. Why can't they have their own environment? You know what I mean?
Their nice shop. Like, yeah. I just want to just acknowledge like how beautiful your shops are. Like, they, like, Jackson says it looks rich, and it does. Like, that's how he describes it. He said it looks rich, like the gold, like, it's just a beautiful shop. And I know people always comment on like your chairs and the decor, and I feel like they should have quality things as well. They should be able to look nice, have a celebrity barber cut their hair, Ree the Barber, and just feel good about themselves. They deserve it.
And that's why it has to look nice, because why is it that they have to come in somewhere and it just look like, like toys everywhere and like drawings on the wall? You know what I mean? These are going to be men one day. You know what I mean? And it starts while they're young. So I feel like atmosphere is everything, the environment, so it's like they're not always going to be the age that they are. So they got to get used to it now, liking nice things and speaking it to an existence. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody I cut is a celebrity. Like, that's how I look at it. Everybody a superstar that I cut. That's why I don't just cut anybody. You know what I mean? So everybody I cut got some type of emotion going on. They want to be something in life. Look at the dreams Jackson had. That's gonna come to light one day. You know what I mean? Everything that he thinking about is gonna come to light. So we gotta put a stamp on it now. And I mean, yes, it may be, somebody may come here and be like, oh, it's not set up for kids. Yes, it is. It's set up for what your child is gonna be in life. That's what it's set up for. Because whatever you think about, it could come to light. It's all in how you move. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's no instructions out here for real. Why is it that you go somewhere and it's like, oh, this is for kids? Somebody wouldn't think this is for kids, because it may not look like it, but it really is. Because it's like, I don't know, like my dreams is just bigger than that. Like, I look at everybody like we doing big things. Everybody that's rocking with me, I'm rocking with them. Like I said before, this a family, So, yeah.
You better drop some gems.
Okay.
She better keep it real. How can we educate people on to deal with, or to be more mindful, be more calm, be more nice in this society, with you being a mother of a child that's on the spectrum? How can we educate the masses, the people? I guess that's a better way of asking.
I think the issue with that is the people have to want to be educated. And I think there's so many people who are willfully ignorant. Like, they're not open to anything outside of what they know to be true. Now, there's a difference in being ignorant. Like, we're all ignorant in some areas, but to be open to other people's ideas and other people, the way people do things, I think that's so important. And so, what is that? Did I spit that out? Okay, sorry about that. But I just think, when someone tells you something that applies to them, you don't have to, be confrontational about it. You don't have to try to prove them wrong. We get so much pushback on social media. Well, my kid, my cousin, my brother, my sister is autistic and they don't do that. Okay, well, that's them.
Everybody's different.
Right. It, like, autism is a spectrum. Like,
there's levels to that too.
Yeah, that's why they call it a spectrum. You can fall anywhere on that spectrum. And so while Jackson, he's verbal, he didn't talk until he was 3. I think was probably when he said his first word. And now he talks all the time. Like, he, other kids who are on the spectrum, they may be really great at, something. And Jackson may have a deficiency in that. And that's okay. But I hate when people say, oh, well, what's his thing? He's autistic. What's his thing? He's not your magical Negro, or he's not your magical, autistic kid. That? Oh yeah, oh wow. People. Ooh.
Wow.
Remember?
I'm trying not to. I was like, I know we filming, but I was like, right. Wait a second. Somebody said that one. Like,
remember when Ree, when the first video went viral on TikTok?
Which video was that?
The one with me running around with the Mario. Yeah.
That was the one that kicked off everything.
Yeah,
so that was in 2022. That video went viral.
That was the best one.
It went because it was just so natural. Like I
didn't even know she was recording it. Like I didn't even know. Like it just happened.
I had like 1,000. No, I don't even think I probably had. I don't even think I had 1,000 followers on TikTok. But I always would like record things of him getting his hair cut, and I'm like, I'll send it to you. I recorded something. I'll send it to you. She didn't think nothing of it.
Nope.
And my phone just kept going off and off, and I was like, what is going on? And people were like, who's this? Who's the barber? I was like, Ree, do you have a TikTok? I was like, you need to set one up.
Yeah,
like,
she was like, you need to get TikTok.
Like, you need to
do
set
this.
it
Everything
up.
was happening so quick.
It happened so fast, but they found her on Instagram because one thing the girls are gonna do is they gonna find out who Ree is. I'm like, y'all leave my friend alone. She is, she's not available. But
right.
people are just
right.
Yeah, people are drawn to her. Like, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and
that's love.
Yeah,
man.
and people, they look at her like she is like she's a celebrity, and they're like, she's just like I'm like, calm down, it's Ree. Like, but I get it. Yeah, I'm like, I get it. I said, but she's really just that laid back in person, and so it just transcends beyond like the videos. Like when you meet her in person, like you really do get a sense of that. But when that video went viral, it was nights that I cried, and this was like my harsh like reality that I had to toughen up, because people, like, I remember this one comment said, oh, he's autistic, I don't know why you didn't walk him off a ledge. And people
say some mean stuff.
They say some crazy stuff, and then they were saying stuff about Ree, and
crazy, man.
I was like, like somebody had said something, like they were saying bro and stuff. I was like, wait, I was like, did I misgender her or
That's
something?
What she said too. And
I was scared. I was like, oh Lord, they gonna cancel me.
Yeah,
like,
It's the people cruel, man.
I was like, I don't know. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Ree. And she was like, what are you talking about? I ain't tripping about no social media. Like, we locked in. Like, what are you talking about?
I don't care. It's beyond the social media. You know what I mean?
But I was just and that was really a lesson for me to block all of that out. Now, that don't mean you can say whatever you want to say. Because
that's it coming. It's coming out.
Right.
Yeah, don't play with it now.
Don't get reckless. Like, I'll let people say stuff, but like when I have time, like if I got time today,
she gonna eat you up. She gonna eat you up.
I'm like, oh, mama got time today. Let's go in.
Fold you up real quick.
But it's great engagement for me, and I learned that game. Like, okay, like let me entertain, and my community would get like, why are you doing? Like, don't do. We ride for Jackson and Ree. I'm like, it's entertainment for me, and it's also, engagement. So I learned to kind of, really shut that off, and I try to keep it away from him. So he would read the comment. I was like, wait, you know how to read now?
Right. He know everything.
Right. And so I really have to shield him from that, so he doesn't start to take that on.
Lala, describe last question. Describe describe Ree and Ree the Barber in one word. And you come
in. Ooh, that's hard. One word. I would say angel, because she really I think that viral video, I said my son's barber is heaven sent, and I truly believe she's an angel. Like, she has given Jackson so much confidence, and just her stamp of approval that he is accepted, he is wanted. I feel like everyone should be able to feel that. And sadly, I say that if it had not been for that video, I don't think my child would really have friends. Like, he's the popular kid now, but at one of his birthday parties, he had invited some kids from school, and one of the moms, she said, "Thank you for inviting my son." Well, her stepson. She said he's never been invited to a birthday party before. And I was just like, how? And I think I had insulated my child, like, with family. So we come from a large family, and it's like, the cousins, so we never experienced that. But now he's this popular kid. And so the following year, this same kid invited Jackson to his birthday party. And Jackson was the only kid that showed up. And he was the only one. And it was a beautiful party. And Jackson, we almost didn't go because I'm like, I have social anxiety.
Yeah, that's how I
but
too.
Jackson had an amazing time. And for him to be able to give that gift to someone else, and Ree gave that to him. And so it's like the gift that keeps on giving. So I like to say that she's his angel. She's an angel to our family, and she is family.
We family.
Yeah.
We family. That's deep, man. Love. I describe them as love. Because when you compare anything, you compare it to love, you know what I mean? Like, everything about them is just like, it's pure, you know what I mean? It's genuine, And they teach me a lot of things too. Like I said, like Jackson showed me, I didn't even know what being on the spectrum was. I didn't know what autism was. I didn't even know that when I first started cutting him. It was like, that's my guy. Like, regardless, like, I never looked at it like nothing. You know what I mean? He just was a kid that, didn't want to get a haircut. I mean, what kid, want to get a haircut? Man, they trying to play the game. They trying to be on the phone. You know what I mean? So I always looked at it like, he was my family from the jump. Like, I don't discriminate or nothing like that, or look too deep into things like that, Yeah, I love them though. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, for real. Like, and I'm gonna have it for life. Like, so, and he ain't gotta worry about nothing. He always gonna have a cut.
I'll explain something here, because just how there's a synergy that's happening. When we first met, before she pulled up, right, and we clicked, and then that energy transferred to her, and then her son as well. Like, I don't think you realize the impact and the weight that you've lifted off of her shoulders, to be able to, because a lot of people don't have to go above and beyond to meet a child, a gifted child, where they are, so that's what these tears are right now, and I'm pretty sure it's layered deeper than that, but it's bigger than social media. And me and you talked about what was it? We talked about just getting back to the basics, and so I feel that you're so I'm gonna add something to it. You're an angel of love, So you said love, and she said angel. So an angel of love. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to. I mean, it's bigger than just cutting hair. So.
And see, that's where the world goes wrong at. It's like, we gotta learn to love each other. You know what I mean? It's like everybody's so busy. Oh, this person. Oh, why you do this? Just like they'll, before they'll see Jackson. Well, oh, it's like, man, this is a king, man. You know what I mean? It's like, just because he's a child right now, he's gonna be a grown adult one day. He's gonna be a man. And why does it take for somebody to have materialistic things or be this big name person for you to rock with them, man? You know what I mean? We all big out here. We all big. And that's where we going wrong at. Like, all this fancy stuff, it don't make you. And I'm not that. You know what I mean? I'm a real person. And I love. You know what I'm saying? And I love my people. You know what I mean? Like, this is not... People are losing themselves over this social media stuff. And that's not the way of life. Who are you in real life? You know what I mean? And it's like, I love genuine people, and energy doesn't lie. Remember we was talking about that? It don't lie. Energy don't lie. You could pick up on how a person is the second you talk to them. Come on, man. You know what I mean? It's like, we gotta start coming together and sticking together. Everybody always talking about, oh, racism. We racist towards each other. You know what I mean? Just because this child may have a certain gift, and this child, oh, he's on the spectrum. Okay, cool. And there's something great about this child. Pay attention to him. You know what I mean? And you'll get to see, learn, listen. Nobody takes the time. Nobody has patience. And that's why you can't understand who's sitting right in front of you. Everybody like, oh, you gotta know somebody, you plugged in. You really plugged in with the person that's sitting right in front of you. And you looking right past them. Like, you gotta, come on, think bigger than that, man. I'm telling you, because everybody that's around me is a meaning behind it. And when it comes to these kids on the spectrum, Jackson showed me the way. You know what I mean? He showed me this. I ain't know nothing about none of this. That's why I said we locked in, man.
We all different within our own right. You know, just like I said, just love one another. Thank you guys. Thank you, Lala. Thank you, Riri, for your time. And this wraps the episode.